Hi, shalom friends. Do you have a favorite number or a lucky number? You know, in some cultures, numbers are so significant, both in the positive and the negative, that they might start a business on a certain number, and they might refuse to leave a home because it's a certain number. Well, Jews don't have lucky numbers, but we have significant numbers. There is a bit of a difference between them. And actually, every number is significant. If I told you, for example, in Judaism, the number 1, or Aleph, well, it's clear. Aleph is a blessed number because it means one God. But like everything in creation, there's also the opposite of that oneness, and that is I'm one, there's only one, and I'm in charge of my destiny. So we have one God who's in charge of everything, and the counter to that would be, in unholiness, I as a one. Same thing with 2. 2 is a bracha, a blessing. You can't give anyone unless there is someone to give to. So if you're alone, there's no way to be kind or generous or to share. When you have the number 2, that's a significant number because it refers to the concept of giving. On the other hand, if you have the number 2, we also have the possibility of arguing. If you're alone, there's no one to argue with. And so every single number can be something that conveys a positive energy, and a number could convey and be interpreted in negative. Having said that, the number 7 is a unique number, because in the Chumash, in the Bible, we read about how God creates creation and it unfolds over 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. So by us, the number 7 is a form of completion. And where there's completeness, there's godliness. Because perfection is only found in God. And when he finished creation, the world was perfect. And now we have the 7th day, which is a holy day and a complete day. As a matter of fact, one of the Jewish philosophers pointed out that the number 7, which symbolizes completeness, is the maximum in which a human being could aspire to. And he explained, we have 4 directions, east, west, north, and south. We could also go up or down, so that's another 2, that's 6. And the central point is the person himself. That's number 7. So the entire universe can be, for a human being, is found in 7. In terms of completion / holiness, we have the 7th day of the week, which is a holy day. We have the 7th month of the year, which is a holy month. It has all of the holidays in it. And of course, we have the sabbatical year, which is every 7th year. So we know how special 7 is, and yet there's something beyond. Because when we think about the perfection of the world, we're essentially looking at it in terms of nature. So after the 6 days of creation, there are no new things being created. Instead, everything that is being created and has been created is already found within the 6 days of creation. But there is a creator. He's not limited. On the contrary, he's the one that made the model of 7. So we'll liken that to the number 8. The 8 symbolizes a miracle beyond nature, transcending limitations, even more than perfection. Let me bring this down from a less mystical viewpoint into something practical. If, let's say, you ask a person, why is he working on Saturday, or as we would call it, Shabbat? Why are you working on the Shabbat? You're not supposed to work on Shabbat. He says, well, to tell you the truth, I have a lot of expenses, and I need those 26 hours or 24 hours for a second job. If I don't work on a weekend, I won't be able to pay my rent. So he is working within the confines of nature. He has figures, he tallies them up. According to his calculation, he needs X amount of money. It just so happens to be that if he paints his neighbor's house on Saturday, he'll be able to fill that need. So at best, he's working within the number 7. But Jewish people, they're number 8. They say to themselves and proclaim to the world, it's true, many of us might need that extra day to work, but not a Jew. No, how will we pay the rent? Hashem will provide. It's almost as if we're opening up, we're accessing a type of an energy which is greater than 7. Now, let me share another example. Person loves children, he has 2 of them. And his good friend says, when are you having your 3rd? He says, I'll tell you the truth, I can't afford a 3rd child. What's he really saying? He's saying, according to the laws of nature, I figure out how much expenses is a baby, and then I'm thinking today you could do with computers over the course of the life, and then a college fund, and based on my profession, I can handle 2, but I just can't handle 3. And then you talk to someone else who has much more than 3 children, and you ask him, how you're doing? He says, I don't know, God provides. Because with each child, a new channel opens up. You say, but that's, you can't predict that. You don't have to, it's a miracle. So we have a choice actually in life, whether to choose the number 7 and live our life with a 7, or to live our life under the influence of 8. Using different language, we could choose to live a perfectly natural life, or we could actually choose to live a life where miracles and nature intersect constantly. It's very telling that that every Jewish male has a circumcision, which is a bond between him and the Almighty, on the 8th day. Circumcision has to be done on the 8th day, not before, only later if there are health issues involved. One of the profound lessons is that already from the beginning of this infant's child, the message being told to him is, you as a Jewish boy are going to live a miraculous life. What does that mean, a miraculous life? You will be able to accomplish things that there's no way you could predict. There's no limitations. You'll be able to have a large family, give a lot of charity, have time to study. It's not possible. It's possible and doable if you're accessing the miracle. Well, we just finished celebrating Hanukkah. We have biblical holidays, for example, Yom Kippur or Passover, and then we have 2 major holidays instituted by the sages of Israel. One is called Purim, one is called Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the last festival instituted for all Jews by the sages of old. How many days is Hanukkah? Well, you all know, it's 8. There's almost a lesson being told to us that the number 8 is what we're going to be needing and living with during the days of exile. None of us are living naturally. The existence of the Jewish people are a miracle, and personally speaking, each and every one of us are living with miracles. So let me conclude by simply saying, the choice is before you. Live a 7-day week, it'll be fine. Live an 8-day week, you'll be amazed. Shalom.